I have many wealthy friends and mentors, and with the global economy facing major challenges, I can see firsthand that the truly wealthy are preparing for the worst. Here are 5 things that they are secretly buying before the global economy collapses. The first one I often hear about that wealthy people are buying is non-paper assets. That means like no cash, no stock market. They are interested in investing in gold and cryptocurrency. Those are the 2 things that seem to be go higher and higher and higher. But when the global economic collapses happen, I'm sure gold and cryptocurrency will also go down in value because they need to pay off their debts by selling gold and cryptocurrency. You should invest in these so you get more money. That's not what I'm saying. In the case of global economic collapses, everything goes down in value. So the idea for the very wealthy people that they have right now is that they are just investing them to preserve the worth. So like gold is haven asset. When there is a big economy crashes, gold prices usually go up. And the crypto is also a haven place. So people start buying crypto. Even some government, they start buying cryptocurrency. What I'm not saying is that you should invest in that, sell everything and invest in those, is not what I'm saying. But gold and cryptocurrency are the safe havens. They are investing in those to save and preserve what is worth right now. So it could go down in value, but they are aware and they are ready that their investment could go down. But in general, when the economy goes down, gold has more value, sometimes go up in value. But if the next crash would be big, then they have to sell gold and cryptocurrency to pay back all the debt in other assets. So it could temporarily go down in values. But the reason why wealthy people buy is diversity. Only having cash, only having real estate, only having paper money is not safe. So they have some diversity in gold and cryptocurrency. So I'm not really suggesting just regular people will do the same, but wealthy people are doing it and they don't talk about it in everyday life, but that's what they're buying for now. The second one is real estate. They're not investing in big, gigantic mansions that is worth $30 million or $40 million. They are going up in value as we speak, so they will be most likely to go down in value when the market crashes. So they are investing in family units and more of a housing situation where regular people would buy. And once again, these things go down in value when the market crashes. But instead of having only cash, having real estate is insurance policy for them. The reason why wealthy people are buying real estate is that they might go down in value, that there's this potential that the real estate they're buying will generate cash flows. So even though their houses go down in value like to 70%, but still, as long as they have the house, they can always rent it out and then get the rent from the tenant. So wealthy people always think that preserving value and also the cash flow from the assets you buy. The third thing is real tangible things. So they're buying collectibles and antiques, cars and paintings. For example, they're buying classic cars. And something like Mercedes big cars, like the G-Class cars, are now going up in value. That means that even if you buy the car now, after 3 years, the value of the car is more expensive. And also the same goes with Toyota Land Cruiser. You have to be on the waiting list right now. My dealer just called me up and said, you have to wait 3 years for you to get the car, but definitely it's going to go up in value. Those cars, expensive cars, nice cars, preserve value. So all these 5 things that I'm talking about is the reason that wealthy people are buying is that they preserve the value It could be gold, it could be real estate, it could be cars and antiques and paintings. And once again, these things could potentially go down in values, but they are not going to go to zero. This is also important when you think of building assets, because when you buy things, some items go down in value. Say diamonds, they go down in value so much because the branding is, say, 30, 40, or 50% of the price included in the cost of jewelry. But something like gold, selling and buying, there's very little margin. That means that if you buy just a tiny gold with $10,000, you are likely to sell the gold with almost the same price. But if you buy a piece of jewelry with $10,000, if you bring it to the pawn shop, and maybe you are lucky if you get half the price. So buy something that has value. The fourth one is connection. So in the future, if there is a market crash, people start losing jobs, and what they're going to do is look for the opportunities and then new projects. So what you need is a great connection. So that way people can ask you or ask your friends about what's happening, and then if there's any project, just let me know. So when that happens, you can connect with them, and then people will thank you. Sometimes you can do business by introducing your clients and friends. So great connection is something you should invest. So you should take out your friends for a lunch and dinner, sometimes host a network event in your house. So by doing that, you can become a hub for the connection. So you should invest and spend money on building your network. If you know that you have enough network, people will ask you, can you introduce somebody like this for me? And then if you just do that, it doesn't cost you anything, but they want to do something back for you. So the good connection is worth so much in value. So cultivating connection, keeping the connection is very valuable in the future. So spend money, spend time, spend energy on that. Wealthy people value networking, their connection. So they don't mind hosting expensive parties and sometimes go extra mile to do something for their friends. It's because they know from their experiences, if you're nice to their friends and if they help their friends will help them back in the future. But no strings attached. You can be nice and very supportive for your friends, and in the future, you'll be rewarded for all the things you've done in the past. The fifth one that wealthy people invest is to build trust. By building trust with their clients and customers, they go extra mile. So I was mentioning about the connection. It's also very important to build trust. So for me, last year around Christmas time, I decided to give away my newest book to 10,000 people. So by giving away 10,000 books, I got so much trust and also so much fan base from 10,000 people. So by sharing what I know, it was my pleasure to just share my ideas in form of books. In other words, I gained 10,000 people's trust. I didn't try to sell anything for them. It was just a genuine gift. If you try to sell something, that becomes a marketing technique. So don't do that. So building a trust, giving away more is always a great investment in the future. So wealthy people do that on an everyday basis. So they are not doing it for their marketing purposes. They're doing it because they trust that whatever they give, you receive. So building the trust in your community, among your clients and friends, is more valuable than selling something or gaining something on the spot. So building trust and gaining trust is such great investment for the future. Before the economic crisis happened, just build a great network, connection, and trust. So if you have a strong trust with your clients and customers, you have nothing to worry about when bad things happen.